Hello everyone, Nikki Batgirl D'Angelo here again for another Let's Play Rebel Galaxy. This will be our 4th installment. Alright, so I got a couple of pieces of advice from people. I'll try to follow them. One person said to join a guild as quickly as I can. It will cost me about 10k, and I will do that as soon as I can. So let's get into this game from Double Damage, I believe is their name, and it's Rebel Galaxy. And I've turned the music off. I can't put it back on because of content ID things. Possibly can put it back on again at some point. I'm not sure. But we're gonna go into this next primary mission for Xena Kerr. And let's see how this works. So I also learned, see that? I don't know what that does.
You just give the word.
What does that do?
Accelerating to sublight.
Alright. I had no idea what was going on there. So we hold down W, hold down E, and we're going to go into super light speed. Here we go. Alright. We're going. Good, we got it. So 3k, we're going to go see Xena Kerr, who's going to tell me about my aunt. Then we're going to go find some money to join a guild. I'm still liking this ship. Sure, we're going to get a better one in a little bit. But this is a nice ship, right? Alright, so pretty graphics. I turned them up yet again. I turned up the anti-aliasing to 8x. I just want to see if my card can handle it. Ooh, lots of purple dust. Alright, so that's 8 away. Maybe it's good that we're 8 away.
Accelerating to sublight.
Alright, let's be ready. Something can go wrong.
Nebula interference detected. Craft inbound.
There you are. I sure as hell hope you weren't followed.
Pulse turret. Incoming hail. Broadsides.
Alright, let's get our hail.
So, how the hell did you get mixed up with Sandar? On second thought, I don't care. Let's make this quick. I've got official business to deal with here, and we can't be seen having this little conversation.
Okay, you nice little Russian chick.
You two are related? Well, if you take after her, I guess you're lucky you haven't been blown to dust already. Oh, never mind. That old pain in the ass and a certain internal affairs official have a temporary working relationship. At least they did, until Juno disappeared in the last few days.
Oh, my lord.
That's
Somebody
right.
knows
Normally
my
we
aunt
consider
and
it
doesn't
no
like her
great
so
loss since
much.
she hasn't spent most of her time on the right side of the law. But there are extenuating circumstances. Hang on. Damn. All right, if you want this conversation to continue, you'll shut up and do exactly as I say. I'm out here for a reason. There's a convoy of suspected drug runners passing through this quadrant. Since you're here, you might as well make yourself useful. That means you stay in line and you do what I say. Got it?
No, I
Good.
got it.
Keep quiet, and we'll talk more once this is over.
Something tells me we're gonna wind up.
Exiting sublight. Craft inbound.
I don't know what she wants me
Just
to
passing
do.
through. Glad to know the militia's here to look out for us.
Use your scanner and check these vessels for contraband. I'll hang back so they don't get spooked.
Scanner. Scanning. Target locked.
Alright. Do we have another one? I thought we had 3.
There it is. Civilian pilot, illegal substances have been detected aboard your vessel. Surrender your craft immediately.
Pulse turret.
All right, boys.
So the combat in this game gets a little bit intense and I start not talking and it becomes very boring. What's going on here is I'm still trying to learn the different systems on the ship, and there's a couple of things that I didn't do right here. First off, I put this pulse cannon on here, and I should have left the scatter lasers on there this early in the game. Second thing is, I did not prioritize the missiles, which you can do, to just go for the lighter ships. I wasted all my missiles on the big ships, and thus have run out at a certain point here. I also didn't see in the lower left-hand corner, if you look just between the line at the bottom left and the circle, it says space. Hitting the space bar brings up your deflector, which will land, it will last as long as that bar stays full, so you have to let go of it every now and then. So if you have a broadside and you're about ready to get, and your hull is being penetrated, you can hit that button, hit the space bar, and you'll bring up this deflector system, which will absorb all the energy for that period of time. Very good. There's also something called flat cannons I have installed, and every time I get missiles or fighters that are swarming around me, I get hit them. Now, here's the deal, okay? Here's the thing, as somebody I work with says. Not an excuse. It's that there's a lot going on. I'm playing with mouse and keyboard, and I do not have a control method set up. I think this game is more or less made for a console, which is okay. That's exactly what Freelancer was supposed to be at some point, right? It would have been great on the Xbox back then. So I don't have a gamepad, but what I do have is a Razer Tartarus, which used to be the Nostromo from Belkin, and it is amazing. I use it for World of Warships, for World of Tanks, and a couple of other games that have a lot of buttons and, you know, configuration things that you have to remember. And I think I'm going to move it into this game too, because the space bar is my thumb, and it will be very easy to just hit that every now and then. But I also have the keys right above me. It makes things a lot easier for me if I reduce what the keyboard is to just the keys I need for this, and then it becomes an easier game. I know a lot of people look at that and say, wow, a Tartarus? Are you kidding me? But I've used it. Oh god, please don't make fun of me for hitting this rock a couple of times. But I've used it quite a bit, and I like it. I've used it in World of Warcraft. I've used it in Star Wars The Old Republic. I've used it in World of Warships. I've used it in War Thunder. So I am pretty happy with the Tartarus. Alright, what's going on here is I let them punch through my shields. That's why you see the fire, and it's just the outside of my hull starting to get damaged. You'll see that I still have the quadrants, the white quadrants inside, or that ceramic plating I put on before this mission. I think it was in the last episode. When that goes, then they can get at my systems. So you have 3 layers. You have the shields on the outside, hull armor on the inside, and then you have the systems inside. So you could stand up to a big bunch of damage. So the combat in here is linear. It's on a 2D plane. Okay, so you're in 3D space, it's on a 2D plane. Things are flying around you, but you can only fly in 2 dimensions. It's kind of like ship combat with airplanes that could fly above and below you. It gets kind of tough, but you get through it. I think if they opened it up to 3D play, they would start making it a little bit less accessible to the masses, which I think this game is supposed to be, since it's PS4, Xbox One. But, oh, see, there's my hull on the right side with flashing red. Yeah, so I know it seems like it's simplistic, but remember, I'm not playing the game for realism, I'm playing the game for fun, and trying to find out what's going on here. Alright, so hopefully you hear my statements as we're talking. I was in a bad mood when this was going on. I got a lot going on this weekend. I have a presentation I have to give for work next Wednesday. That's going to be a 4-hour presentation. Between now and then, I have to learn that verbatim. Between now and that, I have to study for a midterm. Between now and that, I have an essay of, I think it was 1,500 words, this one, to write. on why I think the rich are taking over all the most beautiful places in the world, in the country. That's kind of weird, right? I also have a test to study for, which is on Monday. It's my midterm for U.S. history. So I have a lot going on. I'm sitting here trying to get this game done, and I was getting frustrated. My voice wasn't working because of allergies, and holy cow, it was just a lot. And look at this. I'm crashing into rocks. I'm crashing into other ships. But I guess crashing into the ship was a good thing because I can lay out a nice broadside on him and take him down, I hope. By the end of these two videos, I get this ship so updated, it should be able to withstand a lot more damage. I'm learning what the guns are doing, the flat cannons, which are the control button. Everything is starting to come into starting to come into its own now. So I like this, and being a person that's spent more money than I'd like to admit on Star Citizen, you'd be like, why do you like this game if it's so unrealistic? There's really three types of games I like. The first type goes way back to the first game I ever played, which was Civilization. And Civilization is that it's that strategy-based game. Okay, so I like to play that turn-based and real-time-based strategy game. So that's why you see me playing. Oh, here you could hear my voice going again. That's why you see me playing things like Civilization Beyond Earth. That's why you see me playing things like Planet Base and Total War, Napoleonic Wars, and the other ones, which you've never seen on this channel, and maybe, possibly, you will some days. I like the arcadist action games, and the games that are like really easy to play, and that would be like this, and that would also be like I guess you could say, and people are going to get upset with me, but that would be like World of Tanks, World of Warships, and War Thunder. Yeah, there's some realism to them, yeah, it's some strategy to them and everything, but it's just pure action and jump in and have fun. But then I like the highly realistic games, like space simulators, flight simulators. We're talking about Kerbal Space Program, we're talking about Flight Sim, X-Plane, we're talking about DCS, and we're talking about Star Citizen. Well, there's a fourth type of game that I play, and I don't play it as often because it takes more time. And that's the one that tells a good story. That's why I can't wait for Squadron 42 to come out. That's why I'll continuously go back and play the Wing Commander series. And while I'll play Freelancer through, even though I've played it like 20, 30, 40 times, whatever it is, I'll continuously play it through. I love games that tell a storyline. So you've got two genres here mixed. One that isn't played by me often, the one that tells a great story, right? And the other one that has arcade, easy to get into combat that I can just not have to worry about mastering a lot of skills. Once I get the puzzle down, I could just play through the game and learn, what things are going on here. So, I'm kind of happy with this game. I know it's not the end-all be-all, but it's just fun so far. Now, yes, I'm going to say this again. The two storylines that are going on right now, well, let's rebuild Trell, our AI that our aunt gave us, and let's find our aunt, are kind of shallow and cliche. But you know what? That's exactly what I need right now. I need something that when I have a week like this where things are just not going right, I can just go and just release myself into it. I finally started figuring out what to do with this. If I had all the buttons and commands working right now, I would know to hit whenever he launches missiles. I would know to hit the spacebar. I would know to hit the flat cannons. And that'll come not in this group of episodes, which are going to be 3 episodes, and I guess this is 4, 5, and 6, because I played for an hour and a quarter, I guess it was, or an hour and 44 minutes. I had to restart 2 missions twice because had to walk away and forgot to hit the pause button. But in the next grouping, you'll see me playing a little bit better, and that will be when I get the Tartarus hooked up. So this is another thing that happened here, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut here, and restart here. I had a major issue trying to figure out how to finish this mission, and I had to find this guy. Now this is something I don't understand, and again, you could hear me talking in the background. I'm just going to lower the audio on this. I can't figure out for the life of me why I can't get this guy. I mean, he's got shields that are like mine on here, but better. I'm firing my pulse cannons at him. Finally, in the end, I start firing my broadsides at him. So this was frustrating. I had no idea what was going on here. And then I figured out that I really, really, really needed to set the priority of my missiles. That way I just didn't launch every single one of them by itself, because when you're firing one cannon, your crew is firing the other items on your ship, not except for broadside. So if I'm firing broadsides, the ship is actually firing the pulse cannon or scatter lasers. They don't fire things like the deflector shield, and they don't fire things like the flak cannons or broadsides, but they do fire the turrets, okay? So they were firing the missile turret, the swarmer turret, when I was firing the broadsides before. I ran out. Had I prioritized things and just fired things where they're supposed to go, like swarmer missiles are really supposed to go towards these things, towards fighters, I think I would have had a better time. Situational awareness is kind of tough in this because you have such a close view of your ship. I think we are. And you don't see all these rocks and stuff around you, but luckily they don't do much damage to you. In real life, you'd actually blow up. But eventually, and I'm going to fast forward to it, these start to bring down his shields and start to bring down him. Let's jump to that part. This is a full minute and 10 seconds later when my broadsides actually start doing damage. Holy cow. And the other thing, I hired Garrus a long time ago, and I could hire another mercenary right now. I think my affection towards Garrus in Mass Effect is keeping me from doing that.
Alright, I think that's the last of them.
Of course it is. It took forever.
Incoming hail.
Alright. We'll talk to you again.
Got your blood pumping yet?
Yes,
Certainly
very
held
much
your
so.
own. Must run in the family.
Okay, maybe it does.
I guess you've earned it. Not much more to say, though. Juno's missing, and we're pretty sure the Doublejack cartel has her held somewhere. Space is a big place, though. Normally, the militia wouldn't lift a finger, but Juno has something we want. I guess those Doublejack bastards want the same thing. And maybe you're the key to getting her out of the mess she's in.
Wow. Well,
I
Batcat
don't
just
have an answer
freaked
to that
out.
yet. I'll have to work something out. But there's politics involved. We can't just saddle up and go in guns blazing.
Of course
Let's meet
not.
someplace quieter. Give me a little time to think. There's a bar I know. I'll be waiting there once I figure out how this works. All
I'll
right.
see you there.
Don't get yourself killed in the meantime.
I don't plan on it. Thanks a lot. Glad we could help. Alright, we only got 7,000 credits for that? Okay. So, primary... Oh, that's a quiet place. Alright, that's ceramic plating. Let's come around to... Let's come about. Let's pick that ceramic plating up.
Exiting sublight.
Alright. Lots of little dingy stuff over here.
Accelerating to sublight.
Let's see if there is anything else out here. Anything else out here?
Warning.
I know, there's something blue out there. Yeah, there's a mineable resource over here. But we don't have a mining laser.
Pulse turret. Broadsides.
Alright, let's get in there and see if there's any mineable resources. It says there were. Maybe we can get some stuff to sell. It won't let us anywhere near that. Ah, that's what I hate about this. Linear space. There's no up or down, just straight ahead.
Accelerating to sublight.
Alright, let's go and see where the nearest base is. And I'll be doing this and go closest station. Closest station. Custom waypoint is over there. Let's go. Alright, we're gonna go this way and go towards whatever space station is over here. Then, after we get our ship outfitted a little bit, maybe join this cartel someone told us to. Or this guild. Oh, double jack fighter. All sorts of things. Alright, here we come, right into
We're
base.
prohibited by stellar mass. Collision warning.
Let's get in here. Oop, let's get around this weapons platform. My guess, if we blow it up, people will be upset with
Accelerating to
us.
sublight.
No, we want to go in.
Docking.
Yep. Okay, folks, we're going to cut it here, and we're going to pick up right from this point on in the next episode. So with that said, you all be safe out there, and I'll talk to you soon.